mid into B linger, at least for the moment. Nongshim could always go for a pivot through the vents, but this does have them gambling to the correct side and weaker side of the map. Now be trying to set up the relay bolt, not going to be able to find the sub of the blind, does connect, and he's able to get on top of Meteor to find the kill. Munchkin at backside, going to be good for one, get some damage on X-Ross, but not confirmed for the second, and Francis, snappy as ever, is able to take down Buzz. So now just two remaining here for T1. Izu, suspicious about the box, now has his suspicions confirmed, and eventually is able to find the shot. Will dodge around the majority of those hits from Ivy, so he falls down to 70.
Two Sheriffs here, though. T1 still could do this in this 2v3.
Is workable. Shot out. Oh my god, what a shot from Stacks to his former teammate. RP destroyed, but he's going to have to try to find one last shot. Heard the TP, but Francis will be able to get it done. The 3K for Nongshim.
Let's see a quick little pivot here from Munchkin.
Maybe big, but they're just going to up the pace completely. I mean, Dambi is already in here. He's blinded up, but gets the gap closed, so Munchkin still falls to the wayside. Kill found. Buzz not confirming that one. Just getting all turned around as Dambi's able to find a second, but Meteor is there, peeling back some of this pressure as he gets himself a third. Already a good amount of damage suffered, though, from T1. Any more than Ivy can find, even without a round win and a bonus conversion, would still feel pretty damn good. Stacks around the corner, waiting for the timing, plays it perfectly. Just waits, and yes, do give over the plant money, but basically guarantees the weapon cannot be drawn out. Crowler chasing, Izu able to find one, tries to just ignore Dambi, but still ends up getting caught up by the judge. Swing into the corner, Munchkin able to find it, gives him a taste of that medicine. Danger of getting spammed out of this position though at backside, and doesn't have another TP to try to reposition. Great timing found from RP. 180's back. He's able to find Stacks. Big Shell's going to be lobbed in. Doesn't quite find the mark onto X-Ross, but it does get RB. Swing out of the smoke, and Buzz just cannot find the flick. Nongshim maintain the lead.
Maybe you just like what you're hearing from Munchkin.
Now, this was one of the things that I actually had discussed with Chobra during the SVL. When we saw T1 go up against Feral, was that fast pace, that reckless abandon that's starting to choose. Sometimes it can catch you off guard, but we did see as time went on, the understanding come to fruition for T1, and then from there, Feral wasn't able to punch through. So be curious to see if that happens again, as Meteor out in the mid, able to find 2 kills before getting taken down. It's a massive trade up here in favor of T1.
Yeah, this time just kind of playing for some of those longer angle fights, wanting to put those Vandals to good use.
And Izu is in perfect position now to try to catch the 2 players exiting through sewer.
I'd like to see him. Well, they're not going to look. Well,
kind of checking for it. A little bit whiffy on the first, but eventually he's able to find it and confirms the presence of Ivy.
You know, the economy here is maybe a little shaky for Nongshim.
Well, will be the dimensional drift to open things up from Francis. A little bit of spam from Munchkin, trying to catch somebody on a timing as Buzz. Dropping down on top of the box. Now the showstopper as he goes up and over the top, and he's going to go ahead and take himself out. As RB will go with him.
Time to jump.
Suddenly, as the dust starts to settle, it's just Nongshim into the player advantage. Nightfall going to crash across from Stacks, connecting on to X-Ross. Meanwhile, the flank getting ready to come through out of mid. Pings are coming down, so it seems like those footsteps have been noted by Izu. He's just going to be trying to exit right here in the open. Stacks now having to do it all. A 1v2. Some very hard angles to try to clear, but Francis, ooh, he gave him the opportunity. The gamble, though. Meteor can quickly just rotate back through. Buzz forward. He's Judge in hand. He's able to find one. Dambi going to be taken down. Pain Shell sent. Just go ahead, push back that pressure. T1 find an opening kill. To try to pull off this half force.
And they've sent Ivy out to their side of the map, so we can maybe win a battle out there.
Judge off, or rather the Judge still set up here. Falling for the clone, now swinging in, gets an immense amount of damage dealt. As Izu and Munchkin will be able to capitalize. Stacks now alone on the site for the moment, swinging out, pops the clone. Dambi still pushing forward. The Judge is able to connect, finds the kill, but falls down to 11 HP. Settles the weapons away. The pit now going to be invested from Ivy, setting this one up.
Spike planted.
Still do have RB potentially able to reposition should they so choose, but looks like everybody's just going to stay saddled on the site for now.
I was just thinking that. This could be a good opportunity for RB to create a flank angle instead of all just crowding into this pit.
Cover going out.
Let's play back screen for now. Shell try to flush them out of the corner. Looking for some damage. Nope, gets the spot out there. Buzz able to draw down the Phantom fast enough, finding RB. The spray and pray rewarded as Tommy will fall. And now it is all down to Ivy. You know where he's at. Growled in around the elbow, but still does have the pit advantage. Meteor low, Buzz low as well. Jumps the corner with the shorty. But the time...
Oh, it's going to be close.
Does not have it. Not even. It's going to be off by about a second, yeah. He's getting a ton of info.
Yeah, but Nongshim here was stacked, so they can get a couple kills on this entry.
The Nightfall goes across. Downbeat just going to get caught. Spray through the smoke, but okay. RB with a Guardian will just catch a headshot there onto Izu, and then just rotates up into ramp, takes out Meteor as well. Goes from bad to great.
Just Meteor just getting a little over-aggressive. You have Munchkin there with the judge. Could have tried to bait that a little bit more. You can see how wary Nongshim are. Looking for that trap, looking for that wild card that T1 still has.
Buzz from the rafter, able to find one. The showstopper just lobbed in, and this time does not take himself out of the equation. Only Ivy. Follow-up paint shell, lobbed forward. Just RB scouted by the Prowler. What a clutch this would be. Dips off the ramp. Smoke dissipates. Finds the first, but cannot get a follow-up. 3Ks for the two remaining players. Is
Closed.
Izu, first contact potentially here is, yep, gonna be spotted out. Francis able to get some damage into Meteor, in fact, is, well, Izu's just like, well, I don't even want to deal with you, and then this is set up for Munchkin to die. Domby's gonna be sliding forward. Able to find one, Xross getting another, as it's just a bloodbath at ramps. 2v2, as the quick rotations come through from RB and Ivy. But they are technically outgunned at the moment.
Usually those trades favor the attackers, but...
Right into the corner, and oh my god!
Wow.
Instantaneous, have to see that one back. As Meteor now looking to maybe go around the world. He swings the corner here at the pillar, but no, will be Buzz. A deeper angle. Ties it up 1-to-1 in pistols.
Bingo?
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah, we have knife fights in the bingo hall.
Yeah, just a bunch of pensioners beating the crap out of each other. Steel Walker.
I'm starting a fight club.
The attendance will dwindle very quickly as everyone breaks their hips. Well, Domby dead at the start of the round. Not the greatest boonier as you look to try to stop this bonus conversion. The showstopper drawn out, dropped down from RB. Trying frantically to get out, and okay. Eludes capture, finds a shot. Izu swinging the corner, is able to find him though, and Xross will be taken down. 3v2 with Izu down to 8. He's not going to be able to find the grab. Munchkin. Let's find the headshot. He was going to get caught off guard, much like he does right there. As Francis is able to find it. Lone to the side, the shots are mallied. They know. Still hasn't managed to advance forward onto the side. He's got to clear every single angle. He found them both! A massive 3K for Francis. Stops the bonus conversion. Gets Nongshim back into this half, but at such hefty cost.
Yeah, a lot of misdirection here with positioning from Nongshim. RB in particular, something we saw from him in the opening match is how tricky he is with those TPs. And he goes to the ropes when Buzz expects him to go to the alley. Catches him completely off guard and nullifies this showstopper. Brilliant work from the IGL of Nongshim. And then Francis, steady pair of hands. Saw this time and time again. Last year, the off-season Thursday. He's done it a lot for Nongshim.
Once again, looking for a very aggressive push out. As Domby he's just bounding forward. He doesn't have a weapon drawn. Into the meat grinder.
Bring them down.
It'd be like that sometimes with Domby.
Last player standing.
Just, you know,
Curious.
Yeah, you know,
Toxin screen
just wasn't the trap they were expecting.
Spike planted.
Good read from T1. That's not.
Does manage to find a kill. For the moment, I mean, he
Stacks?
does have the sight kind of to himself.
Stacks?
He's able to find Stacks. That opens the floodgates, but Stacks just continues on his merry way. Ivy now is probably scratching his head. He might just get outdone in this game of Ring Around the Rosie, because now he's got to push back into the site if he wants to go for the defuse. But he just doesn't have the information. Will be able to maybe find Izu. Yes, he does. So some additional damage dealt. Reads the push from Buzz, but can't quite dispatch him.
Able to react in time. Francis with an op. Immediate pull of Izu's ult. It's undetected initially.
Oh my God, Buzz!
That was slick.
How are you gonna do it to him like that? It's so smooth. Slides out with a blast pack, forces the whiff shot, and just immediately kills Francis.
That's some Jing stuff right there. That's some good practice being put in by Buzz. Get that blast pack movement and the landing under control.
Spike planted.
Toxins going up.
Now you've got the flank coming in as well. Meteor and Stacks both working their way forward through the vents. Might be gonna try to go on approach as Prowler checks around elbow. Downby starting to sprint forward. There's the walk out, and there's Buzz claiming it from down below. The shorty sending Ivy to his demise.
One enemy remaining.
RP does well to collect 2 kills, but he cannot rescue this round. To try to punish a jump peek. Well, weapons ring out in mid. Sees nade sent to the right side, but Francis, okay, able to find Meteor. Gets shut down on the lurk just outside of A main. Hasn't managed to push forward to grab the weapon though, so for now is still just going to have the Sheriff in hand.
He's just checking early. Some of those cheeky spots that Nongshim likes to take to hide. Just continuing to show presence here. T1. Maybe off the back of that toxic screen, they could double down.
Clock is ticking. After losing that flank from Meteor, this has given pause to T1 as far as assessing where they want to go.
Now Buzz is down to 5.
Prowler not going to get the spot. Downbeat paranoid into the corner. Stinger in hand, and that's going to be Stacks dead. Munchkin does go up over the top, able to find the kill to trade it back, but 3v3 with Buzz at 5 health. And Izu's still struggling to try to get this push going. Smoke going to be falling. The second shot to find RB, but Ivy puts the spike down on the floor. 12 seconds remaining. Sends out the bite, the swinging from Buzz. Capitalizes, but Francis out from heaven. Finds a kill to Izu, and he just can't get to it. Dies to the bite, and it's going to be a thrifty for Nongshim to try to rally back.
That's massive for them. They didn't even have to use an ult. That's huge. Able to just win with some Sheriffs, some good positioning, good timings to counter T1's movement.
I want to see this catch on Meteor. This really just opened it all up, and yeah, rode the wall. Munchkin, if he doesn't double take there, maybe. Someone on the correct side of the map, but the rotations are starting to come in. But Francis on the repeat, out from screens, able to find one, finds 2. Buzz and Izu both taken down. And T1 have the door slammed in their faces.
Oh,
as it's a
30
quick
seconds
little glimpse
left.
there on the Meteor, but no way to find that punish. 20 seconds now remaining. Clock running down, and starting to maybe suspect that this has been the pivot to be. And they're there ahead of T1, trying to get themselves forward onto the site. Paranoia sent Munchkin blind. It does manage to keep it past, but it's right into Ivy's welcome grasp.
still a lot of ults for Nongshim. They did use the Nightfall. That's it. A lot of retake potential. A 4-1 stack, and T1's on the right side.
Yeah, they're quickly trying to pivot back across to the correct side of the map. Showstopper from Buzz. Where does he send it? Over towards Alley, but no one there to receive it. But Ivy's does get taken down. Izu just storming forward onto the site. Does manage to find the kill, so no chance for that pit, but Meteor has his and immediately invests it, sprawling back in through Alley. This really isolates the only easy angle of approach down to heaven.
It's so much tougher because you don't have the Nightfall here to help you try to clear that pit.
You have the dimensional drift from Francis, but he's gonna send it. Still then, only does have that operator in hand. Things could get dicey very quickly. I don't think Stacks has been spotted out quite just yet. That is on a clone. It gets some damage in, but doesn't confirm the kill. Shot out through the smoke. Munchkin finding the first. Francis, shorty in hand. cleans up the enemy Omen as things do start getting chaotic, but it's going to be T1.
Trying to keep the util, keep the pressure on here. Munchkin already in Meow.
Oh, RP, had he sent out that paranoia, it could have been monstrous for them, but instead does just get caught up and taken down. But Extros filling that space here in Meow. Finding 3 kills, looking for a little bit more, but it's going to be Izu coming away with 2 of his own. Dimensional drift in play. Gate crash is going to be set up from Francis in towards back B. Has that operator, but Izu goes deep enough to get the spot, sees the weapon, pulls back around the corner. Francis trying to find the timing shot. Just doesn't quite find it. Buzz wins out a fight versus Ivy with just 30 HP remaining, and now they just go sprinting to the A site.
Huge kill for Buzz. That is opening up so much of the map.
There's the drop down, there's the kill. Buzz in pole position. 28 and 11 for him. That is T1 taking down Nongshim on Nongshim's map pick split.
Yeah, I mean, T1, a little shaky here and there, but kind of starting to become that team that you expect here in Kickoff.
My friends, I apologize. I was muted the entire half. My friends, I only saw on the post editing. Oh my god, oh my god.
Try to balance it out a little bit.
Unbelievable, my friends, unbelievable. Best commentators of my life. We've never been seen. Jesus Christ. At first, I was very sleepy, I'm not gonna lie. I had just woke up.
Definitely.
Well, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Here, slide across.
And my friends,
We'll just be Francis
what's done is done. Now,
it's a better
let's focus in.
Neither able to confirm
Map number
kill.
2, Nongshim versus T1.
Will be able to find Meteor quickly trying to reposition,
Guys,
but you got players in
this is gonna be
garage there to
tough
punish.
for Nongshim. This is
Dark
Munchkin
Stacks
map,
under
this is
some
Buzz map.
Pressure here.
This is T1 choice.
The flash, but Francis just gets on top of him. So we see that bandit do come through.
But I want to see a third map.
Nongshim all day long.
Okay, Debbie. Good start, man. Good start.
Beautiful stuff there. Final kill, 4K for Danby in this one.
Let's go.
Great start for the Neon, exactly what the doctor ordered for Nongshim. And
Notable duelist for
so
T1.
much of that round came down to how they're able to use
Remember
their util
used to play
keep the
ISO
players
here?
uncomfortable on
Man,
that
I don't know
C-side.
where. Everybody stopped playing
Recon
ISO.
into a relay, into a clone that had to be respected by Stacks. Beautiful, beautiful. Just really opened up this round for them. And this is kind of something that I was
That's so nice. He's so clean in here,
generally
man.
very going to be curious
go.
about. See if we can keep this hot start up. But, you know, one of the things we saw with Team Secret on this map
We're playing for the
was
next round, by the way, my friends.
the ability of Nongshim
Danby's just farming
because
there
of
right
that
now.
Yoru instead of a Viper to disrespect a lot of the utility.
Stacks immediately backpedaling, giving up some of this room.
Okay,
We'll go
good
for the
try,
front
man,
line. That might just be a trap to try to
Oh, I
get
thought
him
they're
to
gonna
go.
run over him when he was drawing. That would be a good play.
He's gonna be able to find the immediate
Could be dead for sure.
That
was actually nervous to be gone.
Not being found. Buzz just dives right into hell. Dispatches him immediately.
Oh my god.
Once again, Munchkin.
Bro, that was actually clean. Guys, Munchkin, this is his map. Best Viper here on Haven. No money for Nongshim.
It's pretty easy for them to overcommit to C.
Yeah, it's like getting looked by some time.
The dimensional
Top the
drift
plant.
leads them forward. Francis spotting out 2, doesn't necessarily see the 3rd. To assume that Munchkin is going to be nearby, though. I mean, if he's known for anything, it's going to be quick rotations. Huptus Fury just looks to delay for a tag, but none to be found. Buzz going to be taken down.
Okay,
Inside a garage. Another nice shot from
Gotta win this one now.
Gives them the player advantage, and Spike gets planted.
Yesterday we saw Nats playing
I was
Killjoy.
thinking it the whole time. It's like, huh.
Ping reveal, Dobby there, and Platt able to find 1. Stacks trying to spray and pray, but does get shut down as it's
Okay,
a monstrous
okay,
round
Nongshim.
from Extros. This time a 3K
I want to see the kill
round
viz.
win.
Okay, X-Ross goes into the CV2.
Yeah, again, a player that
RB has
was talking
zoned. I
about
want to
on
see
the desk
something
saying that
aggressive.
he really liked the way that he's been stepping up since coming to this Nongshim team. Couple big rounds. Able to beat Buzz with the op. Massive, massive win there. You try to just overstack the cross here, and
That's nice.
Cross having none of it. Really nice work.
We'll play over the next round, my friends, and
Okay.
the next series is going to be
Just Dobby
insane, man.
just
I'm very
outruns him
excited for that one too.
bit faster off the
DRX with
starting
their
gate.
new player versus Full Sense, my friends.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need. I mean, I think here is Nongshim. This might be a situation where there's no timeout. Yeah, just keep going at him.
Man, their pace is so fast. I like that. W gaming guys. RB.
Operator there for Izu. TP into spawn. Is being watched for. And
right.
Well, RB almost gets that kill, but Buzz narrowly survives. 33 health remaining. Hunter's Fury now from X-Ross. They go backpedaling away from this A site. Nongshim gain control and now bring the spike up to the plant.
Spike planted.
Doctor not going to be fine there. With a Hunter's Fury gone, opens up for this lockdown. So now players having to evacuate back into long. Being revealed, they get forced even further away as Dombi joins in alongside Ivy back at A lobby. X-Ross, the closest player to try to prevent this defuse. Dart lobbed in, a bit of damage on
they got it.
Sends in the follow-up and gets the kill! As now suddenly it's just Stacks, last one standing with that Odin.
I'm cursed. I actually cursed. No, I actually cursed. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, guys, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Now up by 2.
Why did they have to say something? Oh my god, what was that? I thought
that was going to just be a stuck defuse that works out. The angles didn't seem right initially.
So you were doing, sir.
We're not going to be able to get the damage done with just one shock dart there either. Izu was full health initially. The follow-up took enough damage. X-Ross able to...
That was a big one, guys. Big one.
A bit of a Robin Hood there.
Free fire from Mundi.
Big words for Nongshim.
Of course, you do have that armor plate.
Bomb money 41.
Prevent some of that early damage.
After a timeout.
Onto the side. Mundi will be back up stunned, dead. X-Ross able to find the headshot. Stacks on the other side of the smoke has this Odin, but so risky to start firing now. As Buzz tries to take some space and Dombi gets Stacks as well, and it looks like this time the timeout.
That's why I always say, man, you gotta play
peak a one
with your strengths. You know, a lot of times we see things, they try to be copycats of others.
They are outnumbered by
they got no identity. They don't play to their strengths, and they look like garbage. You know, Nongshim, bro, they play to their strengths. He's new on Envy, bro. Every game, man. Envy, Exter, Yoru, every time. It works, bro. It's what they're good at, you know?
Gotta stay dialed in on this one, the drone.
Oh my god, again. Oh, good cover. Good cover.
A little bit of a ruse. One that Francis probably should not have fallen for. Push into Meteor's sight. Stunned up back plat, now taking down. Push up into the smoke zone. Buzz able to find 2 kills. Now
guys,
the overdrive.
it's actually
dueling out against Dambi.
The best weapon against Nongshim. I'm not gonna lie. Against their play style,
swap of the weapons.
Might be better to have someone playing with a judge almost every time. Actually, but the hardest part is that you gotta predict what they're gonna hit, right? Because otherwise, you're gonna be useless or stuff.
He reworks some of that magic.
But it works really well against them, man. Just shut down the Neon.
Triangle on the right. Stacks holding it, Buzz. Be ready to go ahead and counter.
That was so nice, Buzz. That was so nice. One of the best Haven players of all time. Ben, he's Zoro here.
The big hitter.
He was insane, so guys. He always gets 4Ks and aces. Always.
T1 really needed that. Nice little play, but this is just having that judge, a difference maker. Able to lean back into it. You wouldn't quite feel as comfortable with it out of Haven, but this round, very nice. Let's go! Right, little smile.
Able to break past that.
Ooh, Francis.
Nice
one, man. You see, guys, this T1 Classic, I actually fell in love with.
Gets out, immediately starts rotating back across to the A site.
It's quiet.
Oh,
and Dombi just as fast, finds Munchkin, the stun connects, and Dombi collects himself 2 more kills. 3 in total now,
guys
just Stacks with that Sheriff. Trying to be the difference maker.
Like add your name, things like
taking
that.
Damage finds 1, but it would have to be an ace clutch.
And have options for... Bro, why we don't have skins for content creators like the big ones? I think people would love to have some things from fans. No Tarek.
Comes in, it's a target-rich environment, but he cannot line him up.
Be nice,
Dombi,
right?
Another 4K on the Neon.
I have some good ideas, though, but this is bad.
And another round.
Actually, you guys gonna make money, so how can it be bad?
Corrode for Nongshim.
Yeah, I think we very much might be going there. This is
Mundi? Yes. Mine would be Flamengo logo, not gonna lie.
First shot at absolutely pinpoint.
Okay, full by 41. bonus for Nongshim, my friends. T1 gotta win, make it clean.
TP forward, Izu.
Because otherwise,
Got the setup, so
it might be over, guys.
plant and play. Look to try and deny a bonus
So
conversion.
since you got no EMEA today, having 3 maps here on both series of Pacific would be very, very
Swinging
nice.
around the back here towards garage.
And for the Chinese games, actually, I
Play off the
gotta.
turret contact.
Oh my god,
Foam goes first though.
might have lost.
Fires up
I
the
need to
shot,
record
poison
of the
orb
game.
now. Make things a little bit more difficult
Oh my
for this exit. As Pop Flash going to be sent down and full connects onto Munchkin as Ivy. Francis able to find one
Very good,
apiece.
very good.
Stacks now. Once again, last one
Oh, it's
standing
over?
under fire from multiple angles. Tries
It
to
is over.
steady
It is
but
over,
he
guys.
cannot.
GG! Nongshim take us to a third match.
Nongshim
Very
pulling
clean
off the
and
defuse,
impressive
getting
performance
the
here,
bonus
guys. Oh my
converted.
goodness.
Now 2 rounds away from sending us the distance.
Team 1 full broke.
They look.
And they
just
will have to
phenomenal
cross
on this
everything they
map.
have.
And it's just their willingness to commit and those flashes. Just nothing that T1 can do about it. The pop flash
This is a
out
very
of the smoke.
interesting thing, man.
Down at the ground, bounce it up and out. Jeez
Mundi,
Louise.
it should be velocity
T1
gaming.
just also looks.
Timeout.
It could be, but it could be, but Nongshim too good.
Waiting to have him spot out. Smoke now blooming. X-Ross looking for that second kill, and he will be able to find it just before his death.
Could be worse.
Keeps him in with the player advantage. Quick
30
little exit
seconds.
back over
They
towards
want
the
to
spawn
invest
from
everything
Francis.
that
Joins
they
in
could.
alongside Ivy as they make their way
Flex after
forward.
zero now.
Try to get the retake going. Was spotting out onto a few. Is down
Oh my
now
God.
approaching out from
No
a
one
long.
even worry about the
No
flank.
scouting of this one
Okay, they wanna
whatsoever.
go to
No
Corral.
read. It's once again.
Okay, they wanna go to Karod.
Last one alive quickly falls to the wayside. Nongshim with the defuse get themselves up to map point. Ace for a 30 bomb.
Heck yeah. He's already over 300 ACS, I'm sure.
Buzz trying to take some
Oh
space.
my god.
Says, hey, that judge thing seems pretty good. He's managed to find a kill with it. X-Ross going to be taken down. Dambi, however, still here in hell.
Man,
He's
Dambi
looking for
is
that ace.
incredible.
He's already able to deliver onto Buzz. The slide
Oh
in.
my
Dambi
God.
with the third.
Gotta go.
Swaps the weapons. Tucks
Oh,
back
gotta
behind
go,
the box.
gotta go,
Francis
gotta
will
go.
get a piece of the pie.
Masterclass from
Ace
Nongshim,
not to be
from
found, but the
Dambi.
win
The best new
absolutely
of
is.
all time.
Dominance on display
Jesus
from
Christ,
Nongshim
guys, that was actually
RedForce.
impressive.
As they
Actually impressive. Guys,
T1 on
can
their
you
map
imagine
pick, and they send us over
Nongshim
to
taking
Corral.
down the Korean super
Yeah, they're
team?
showing us that Nongshim style.
We're gonna find out soon, my
Able to
friends.
use
Leave a
that
like,
util,
subscribe,
use
activate
that
notifications.
speed.
Follow me
Be
on
able to
all
use
social
that
medias.
space
All
to his
links on the
advantage.
description. We're back. We're back, my
Works,
friends.
you know,
I'm
Buzz here
finished
going
eating
on
here.
his
Did
third
some
different
some
agent of the
rice
day.
with a little
Running
bit of bread
The duelist gauntlet.
on this special day.
This time going for the Yoru as well, but stock standard here from Nongshim. About what you'd expect from them in terms of comps.
Oh, very quickly, they get themselves over onto the A site. Fight trying to lock off that hall approach.
Spike planted.
Spike now planted. Buzz swooping out, looking for the transfer there to Dambi, but once again, Dambi in these pistols has been deadly. 2 kills found. Meteor regains some
Last
space, but
player
Paranoia will
standing.
hold him back. X-Ross going to be good for 2, and RB will have it the finisher.
Man, Dambi's destroying them.
Another pistol round win in the hands of Nongshim.
Yeah, and it's another great, obviously, entry from Dambi. RB able to hold the back line there. Make sure that Meteor can't get up to any funny business. Izu throws a Paranoia there to try to set Meteor up. RB immediately counters with one of his own. Stuck there is Munchkin. X-Ross has been really nice today. Really clean, especially on Haven, I felt. I have your back on this.
I mean, if I say the word, Stinger or Bucky, I usually am talking about Dambi. Fairly synonymous at this point. Push forward. T1 looking to try to maintain control of this site. The push for the slide in, and there's that Stinger. Izu, however, making his presence known, comes away with 2.
Poison's off.
He's shutting down RB as well. Back with the player advantage, swinging to the corner, and Francis snappy with the shot. Buzz taking down the plant. Once again, now free to come in. Just slowly drifting into the angles, and Francis just tearing them apart. Now a 2v3. Any more losses?
Okay. Middle Whaley, my friend.
They continue to just spiral the economy. Here 4-2-1. Ross, look at the line it up. Munchkin does manage to come away with the kill. Saturate into the double dive, but Ivy's not caught by it, so now Munchkin has to scale and try to win the fight.
That wasn't clean by Miro, not gonna lie. My brain's forbidden round. 2-1 in trouble.
Another converted. 3-0 start for Nongshim.
Bad dash. It didn't feel like he didn't play with it.
One of the big things in this round is Francis throws a clone on the outside of the site, and that makes Izu think that he might be getting flanked, that he can't just hold the line, and he has to give up A site proper, and it opens up the space, and Francis just keeps scaling.
But now, guys, we gotta do it together. The space never started by 2-1.
Stellar.
I'll find you.
Locked out spot. The dive forward. Tambi whittled away at the 45. The judge in hand, but to his util. Meteor finds a very nice timing as Francis splits the difference. 2 targets, too many. Feels like maybe.
Guys, it's after a timeout from 2-1.
Switch has been flipped here. As
Selling around, guys.
T1 just decide to hit every shot.
Middle go out. Yeah. Good strat, guys. Good strat, coach.
Maybe that breather, that timeout call, exactly what they needed, at least for
no
now.
Kill, no kill. Bad start ever.
Ivy able to find 2, stops him from
headshots only.
Really being able to snowball an economy. But
needs to get some value out of this buy. A lot invested in this round.
He wants to do his typical stuff. He wants to try to push an angle, spam through a smoke. But as soon as you hear that pressure, as soon as you hear that sprint coming at you, just has to back away. 1-for-1 exchange. As convergent paths going to be sent. Meteor dashing forward, opposite side of the box. Saturate going to be set up, but has to take the refract out to safety. France at the same time scaling forward, is able to find Buzz. Not giving him access, but Munchkin
T1, bring it back.
Find a kill, and Izu cleans up the remaining 2.
Using that waylay ability to refract, get in and get out. Munchkin goes right for the pit.
He does, he goes right into the shorty.
With the shorty, man.
He still gets a good amount of damage across. That's
and I feel
pretty
like
much
I never played it, but I think play Viper here on this map on rank is actually good.
Bottom of mid.
Well, you're just talking about how difficult it was for Munchkin to kind of do
do
what he wants to do. Just grab a shorty. Not a bad answer there.
Stop would be actually a good Viper player, man.
Life's edge.
I might start spamming Viper.
Poking and prodding around this pit. He knows that he's in it, and he's got such a limited window, so he knows exactly where he's at.
Yesterday, I was watching a little bit of Sassy
still a world away, but Meteor still scaling forward. I don't think he's going to be ready. So Ivy gets the
I'm not going to lie.
Suddenly, there's a player advantage here for Nongshim.
I lost my mind,
and they can just go pivot right back into the B site that's been completely broken open.
And he was saying you'd actually be a good Euro player.
Getting that kill onto Munchkin, Meteor probably expecting that they're going to try to scale forward.
You guys imagine?
Instead, they just wait for that extra layer. Deal with it. Give themselves that numbers advantage.
Hammer playing Jet.
Stacks sending up the Nightfall. TP up to heaven. And the double face forward. Stacks guns down 2. RB his heels ready to swing it around the back. Because of this, Buzz is the one who gets caught off guard.
They think TP side. Oh my god, wait.
They know that RB, a couple different angles of approach, and now they know which one it is, but the paranoia hits, has the headshot, the defuse being stuck, the drop down right there in front of him, and Izu.
No,
a swap with a shorty. Needs to recover the operator.
That was legendary. Oh my god. Ain't he.
This is a great response
11
by
kills
Stacks.
for Izu, man.
Wants to go for it. Feeling the pressure of that scoreboard, says I'm going to throw the fade out.
It's been a while since I feel like
see if we can force them.
He's not on top
try to make a play into this Odin.
But right now, this map looking good,
man.
Looking real good. That was a big fight.
Izu has been monumental, instrumental. Great, yeah, like you were talking about. Great read by Francis.
He used to play Gecko, Initiator,
a little bit better,
Duelist,
but Stacks so quick to pull
Controller
the trigger.
now. He's an incredible player, man. I said that because I have high hopes for him, you know, because I see what this kid can do.
I mean, T1 as well, barely able to really scrape by with anything. I mean, Meteor's down to 0 creds here.
On the game. Charlie, it was Otto here to clean up, right?
Slow creep up. Just one lone defender from T1.
Who's next?
There's a dimensional drift coming through. Buzz trying to find a timing.
So close.
Go on the peak, but just can't quite line it up there. So Davi lives to fight another day.
Has a drift of his own, though. Pass the op over.
Absolutely going to need to. will start rushing forward, getting the spots. So he's going to be sent. Meteor diving in, shorty to the face. RB going to be taken down, but Dominic does manage to trade it back out. Ivy trades it up. Izu
guys,
gone.
I love
Dominic
Valorant,
finds
but
the
there's
second buzz.
some things here
Eliminated.
that I hate.
It's now a
I really hate
2v4.
it.
Yoden here on the
It
site,
makes me
but
question
damage
everything I do.
suffered, so now they have to abandon it. A little bit of that today.
Oh my god, I stopped
Not
that.
too much. Some damage on the Francis as well. As Meteor trying to hold down yard, saturate. Going to be set and catches Dambi there in midair. Relay bolt will connect, but now Buzz has flashed himself.
Man, Buzz is having a terrible game.
And
1-8 now.
Dropped at the same time. The wheels are coming off. His Ivy is just so calm with it. Pushes
Oh my
forward.
god, and guys, Nongshim on the defender side, they can press W damage too, bro. They can use this Neon, this arrow to push sides and be on T1's face,
That's
my
them
friends.
getting at least to 7.
Okay, guys, last round of the half.
Hard to worry a bit.
Can you guys imagine
Was gone.
Nongshim beating the Super Team? That would be huge for them, bro. And also, the confidence for the rest of the tournament would be legendary.
Contact with that saturate, but he's just still
pressure
unable
on
to
T1
really
would be
capitalize and
crazy.
find a maximum value.
Hugely. Thanks.
He's
And
dead. I mean,
Munchkin.
this has just been a
only one
playground
left.
for Nongshim. As bad timing on the reposition attempt. RB
Unlucky.
gives him a bit of a freebie.
Okay, they're still fine.
Ross out
1v3.
Has the advantage, gets the kill. Stacks,
Okay, I like
gets
the way they're
dropped.
playing this.
Now down to Munchkin.
Not giving anything. Munchkin. This is light on you. Nice playing
Dobby
safe.
spotting,
Oh
killing,
my
judging.
god. Damn
Nongshim
it.
once again find 8 and 4 at the half.
Won them
Guys,
some rounds.
do you think I should start
All
streaming
pieces coming together.
vertical as well, like on
But on time,
YouTube and
Meteor
TikTok?
dashing up and over top of that one. Slide in though, and Dombi. I mean,
You guys
he has
watch this
been
kind of
a
content
demon
in
in
this
these
kind of
pistol
format or no?
rounds. Gets the start.
Guys,
Next Ross.
low key, with Nongshim winning this match and winning this pistol, he might be GG, bro.
Buzz and Munchkin both.
Aye,
taken
T1,
down
the
on
super
Frack
team.
Gone. There is no util at the moment
Oh my
for
goodness.
T1.
He's
Imagine the
just
repercussion
so
of this
good,
game
man. And
on
the
Korea
way
right now.
that He just finds that timing.
Oh my
Stacks
goodness.
is gonna be the one trying to open things, but I was gonna say
Taker is
he's
not proud
already
of you
tagged
guys. Oh
low,
my.
and Dombi
But yo,
has
you
the
look at this
headshot.
classic. The best classic, maybe. So beautiful. Nongshim is not bad, but their
Gonna make
logo
this
should be the
5 and
different
1 in
color.
pistols.
Maybe it would be too similar to T1? I don't know.
Damage but no kill. RB to 22.
But it's not good.
It's
not terrible,
Seems
actually.
to be a threat here in mid.
It could be better, I
Do
think.
they read this?
30
I
seconds.
can barely
now
see
they are not looking at this
how
pocket. They are
the
not
design of
looking
the logo.
at this tiny little tuck away.
Oh,
They're inching their way into yard, but Dombi is also there. Now they know they haven't confirmed, but they know that they're going to be
Oh
sandwiched.
my
Meteor
goodness.
does manage to go ahead
No
and find
time.
the timing to get the kill.
What
but
is
he's
this
away
pistol
with the
round?
spike, and there's only 10 seconds remaining.
What's happening
Dombi
here?
has
Guys,
himself a
guys,
third.
no.
Does he get the fourth once again?
Obliterated to 1 today.
5 bullets remaining.
This was a
And they
statement.
know that this round is over. Meteor, yep, 3 kills overall, but no time to work with.
it's feeling like T1.
My friends,
They
Buzz,
have a lot of
only
work to do
1
still.
kill so far.
Buzz is left on an island,
Oh
but
my
does have
god,
the TP,
guys.
gets out.
I don't
but
think
that
I
is
ever
full
saw
control of B main.
this score
Security
from
for
Buzz
Nongshim, and
before,
now
man.
they can start pivoting. Bodies over
He's so
towards A.
consistent as a player.
Francis just out into the open, and he almost finds a kill on a Munchkin, but he has his own exit strategy, so goes unpunished.
Meteor.
Meteor strafing forward, able to find a kill. Downby on the floor. Does usually bode well for T1's odds, but there's still plenty of shooters to try to get through here.
Hitting the brakes.
Some damage found, but
Wow.
Francis finds the kill before the
I
saturate.
think they should have reconsidered this comp and put Meteor maybe on chamber.
Prowler to the corner, the paranoia backs him away.
I think they should look for a vitality composition here, bro.
Position from
Defeated
Buzz,
this
trying to
Meow.
flash his way forward onto the corner
Do
angle.
it Izon on Phoenix.
All the while, RB lurking here at yard. Francis storms in, finds one.
Okay,
Easy,
double
gets
his skill,
taken down.
double his
Buzz
skills.
stacks,
Enemy remaining.
Triple it.
looking to go ahead and deny yet another bonus conversion. It seems like they're going to be well poised to do so. with Buzz.
Legend,
Okay,
legend,
maybe getting
legend.
activated.
Okay, guys.
3 kills
Now
in the
everybody's
round.
joined the server. T1 has a
T1
chance.
up to 5.
I'm stuck IGLing. Just bring the vibes.
Saturate towards yard. Damn, we're not going to get caught by that one.
Go, go, go.
Tries to confirm his presence though. Is Bridget Pat's going to be sent, but no one getting caught. RB flush against the smoke. Yuzu on the opposite side as well as Stacks. Sends out a couple shots. Reposition behind the box. Just breaking that seize. The swing in. Stun. Oh, an explosion of death.
Maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope. No money for Nongshim.
3 players survived. So it is just going to be T1 going into the sack, but they have the dimensional drift. Critically, they try to spot this out.
Here.
Push forward.
30 seconds left.
One found the dash in Meteor to try to find the kills. As they are running out of time on this dimensional drift, but with a kill on the X-Ross, allows for him to have a very clean exit.
Down A.
Stacks does get caught up by one, but Bucky on the corner from Domby, able to deliver. Time now, running low, jumps in, a second found, buzzes shorty, able to ring out. Trades it back a kill.
Oh my god.
Spike having to be committed to it. Francis approaching in around the back, but just doesn't have any able to try to deny. Munchkin watching for it, peeking
We can win you a game, a series against a super team. That's insane.
Will not be denied.
Oh my god, 11-6, guys. Stacks no money.
To get up to 11.
That's insane. That's insane.
I love it. Absolutely love
What do you love at the back?
this play call and this idea from Nongshim. They're able to sweep the legs out from underneath T1 in so many different ways. Make it hard for them to get 2 ults online by making sure that you've got control of the mains early. That allows you to tuck Francis in. He had a Bucky of his own on the other side of the map. And then you can quickly commit resources to this side. And of course, Domby with a Bucky.
Time out, time out, time out. Alright. Say, delete the Bucky, delete the Bucky.
Especially on the other side of the map.
Jump peek. Gonna try to just quickly get the kill. Domby going to be taken down to 3 HP, and immense amount of damage going to be dealt here by Meteor. Getting caught by the paranoia. Nightfall now sent out. Fast lane goes through, but Domby is blinded, and Munchkin's collecting the kill.
Okay.
Zizu is able to find RB. Site for now going to be secured, but Francis
can you imagine?
Managed to find a little bit of value there, but
okay, guys. So low money on Nongshim, but that's a dangerous thing.
This would be miracle.
So save these weapons, then we'll have ult, and they'll be fine.
Francis with the Guardian though. Potentially terrifying for T1. As Meteor, he's going to look to try to just go ahead.
Okay.
Yep,
Guys, T1, bring him back.
And finds the punish, avoiding catastrophe. And if T1 decide to just punch up through mid, cut across into the B site, they will be gambling correctly.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is kind of tough. So much space given. Oh no.
He's not quite able to find it.
Thought he had it.
Some damage suffered, but late linger into mid.
Buzz, that's nice.
Buzz.
X-Ross, the only one left.
And the fact that he's managed to catch up to be neutral on his KD.
Guys, so the good thing for Nongshim here is that they are building a lot of ults. They'll have 5
as well.
maybe next round, because Ivy's only one away from his.
Getting up to 9 rounds.
So they gotta secure that map point, bro. Otherwise, slipping away.
Gotta feel like he's earned it at this point with how well they played today. Francis tucked in again.
So the problem here for Nongshim is that Yor was pushing mid, but without TP.
Gonna be something that Munchkin is going to be able to read.
Let's see if they're going to clear him.
Who's next?
Oh, was.
Okay. Munchkin gets one and the information.
He's already collected one. Now he's able to back away.
He just won that.
Buzz just scouting him out. Makes his exit.
Let me see his
wanted to just pump the brakes on this now. They're starting to re-explore mid.
Why not set it?
They don't want to commit to this B side. Right? Too many players.
Yeah, I think this is a decent call.
Fight on the RB.
I don't know how he got this kill and survived. That has even 1 damage. I thought he was going to die.
Stacks just tries to silently slot forward here, wall falling, and
Punish.
has that crossfire
but they got
set
trade.
up. But it does still end up
3 ult for Nongshim.
Position from Ivy. Does well to come away with the kill and keep it into a 3v3.
Ivy cannot die.
Is he going to be aware? Oh, I was going to say if Meteor kept going.
Spike planted.
And Stacks is now a world away from the rest of his team. They're just safely rotating through their own spawn on Nongshim. So as long as Ivy maintains his position, they're going to have a 2v2 on the site.
Oh,
peek out.
Surviving here is huge.
Shots going wide from both players. Dimensional drift from Francis. Scouting.
Okay,
Ivy wins
huge.
the fight. Now a 3v2.
Buzzer dead.
Overdrive is popped from Dami, arriving out from heaven, just jiggle peeking, trying to see what he can spot. Hits the floor. Francis able to find Buzz. Dami gets Meteor, and Nongshim get themselves up to match point.
Guys. Mapping series point for Nongshim, the underdogs. Against the Korean Super Team 1.
Slid up into the corner.
One of the most legendary organizations of all time.
Just go ahead and circumnavigate it, work their way through mid, through the connector.
Masters winners.
Backstab the Viper. But Ivy just takes a bite right to him. He's able to find one, so Meteor does get taken down.
It is happening?
Love the call here from T1 to just
guys,
disrespect that smoke.
Viper sped. Viper speed, don't tripping. Nightfall.
Don't have convergent pass.
Flex one away.
Instead, it's planted by Stacks, one away from a Nightfall of his own.
Oh, Munchkin.
Holding forward,
you get one.
The back flank,
to get 2, you are a legend. 0. Oh my god.
His attention.
Unlucky, man. What can they do? Ay, guys. Ay.
On the shores.
Much we were legend either way.
Crashes into the rocks. Flash out.
Oh, what's the clone? On RB left. GG, they did it. Look how hype he is. How much he means to them, bro. This is big. This is a legendary victory, my friends. Guys. Eyes on Nongshim. They look good, baby. Finally embracing their identity. New all the way. Forever and ever, my friends. Guys, this is just the beginning of this Duty 1. Calm down, they will bounce back, my friends. Now it's time for DRX versus Full Sense, my friends, and it's going to be insane. I see you in the next video. Leave a like, subscribe, activate notifications if you haven't already, and follow me on the other social medias as well. All links on the description. See you soon. It is time, my friends. Loud versus 100 Thieves. My friends, we got the new breeze. We got 2 jets, and this game is going to be insane, my friends. Pancada on Astra, Viper for Luke Show. Eyes on him, the baby goat, my friends. So these 2 agents with Sova, they end kill. Bro, this is meta comp. This is meta comp. Sometimes it's Wady, sometimes it's Neon. And we are seeing a lot of jets here on Buzz.
We're seeing some fights to be taken, Luke Show.
Earlier today, Fnatic actually plays Sage here.
As well. It's all just trying to pull out pieces of
but I think here this would be the most standard composition on Breeze. The volume's a little bit low to me.
Down to that minimark now. 100 Thieves look to finally see grouping up and going into some movement.
No smoke at the moment,
oh my God.
actually, to block the sight line. Here comes a star.
So they're going to spend that.
Might give the game away.
Pops up. Their own orb as well to try and play in. And you see the drone leads it in through main.
Ooh, Black Hurt.
Just licks it aside.
So last time, he was jet flagged because he just arrived, he had to play. Let's see him today, man. Ooh, Birdie.
And nobody is allowed access to the A site.
Receive a lot of criticism from the Brazilian community on their first game, man.
Last sign.
He said he doesn't care.
Good
first round, baby.
Beginning for Loud as well.
Not ready yet.
Let's go, man. I'll be cheering for you, man.
Extremely clear protocol for Kawanzin and Verti on defense side.
So Loud now is all black, Thieves is now green. What's happening?
Out mid and ends up pinching the attackers, stuffing them into this small corridor.
Just everything in your face.
Asuna's one away from the null command, like I said, but playing for this ult orb is really tough because the Oppa can be on that line.
They are in the open. They're sending Util anyway to try and push them off and away. It's a good tag. Pancada is forced back and away, dash forwards. Timothy
guys, this is a big game for the rest of the tournament too. Kawanzin.
Hold it down, hand in hand with Pancada.
Pancada.
See if they can land it, and yes, the kills are theirs. Left to be claimed now. Asuna.
What were Blades?
But they are in a pretty tough spot. They haven't cleared any of the backside players whatsoever.
Pancada pick alone gets the kill. Privy 2. Bora. Hunter Siri. Not in position to use it though. Oh, Pancada, why you don't miss?
Almost there with a reset.
A lot of people asking more of Pancada, my friends. I honestly think this Loud team will be very good, man. I think people need to give them time, honestly. People make a comparison with the roster that won champs, guys. It's not the same, guys. It's not the same team, it's not the same players. The pressure in the stand is high, but you gotta give them time in be patient. Pancada will be a good IGL, man. And now that Darker is there with the team to improve his Portuguese as well, things will be better.
positions. Just signs of life shown. Kalazin doesn't overplay
Big guilty for Loud, Cryo, Cosmic Divide.
The amount of util is taken just for 100 Thieves to get into a position where they feel
Okay,
comfortable.
he's played.
Lay it down at the feet. Pancada doesn't really have an
Pancada,
avenue of retreat.
alone,
What does he
isolated.
do from this spot? Stunned
No
up.
help, bro. Only the Hunter Fury.
Here it is, yeah, Hunter's Fury. This is a
Oh my god, there was a gap.
Just peas. There's a gap in the smoke. He finds
There is
his
always a
way.
gap on the
Kalazin
smoke,
never
actually,
gets
but
anything done
sometimes
there.
it's
Will the trade be intact? Yes.
smaller.
Cryo, fast on
Oh,
it.
nice shot,
Totally
Luke
clear
Shaw,
of
man.
it.
This kid
Luke
is the
Shaw
baby
in his
goat.
element now. He's taking these open sightline fights. Still finding
Right
that
on the
success.
right on the flank, right on the flank.
Player advantage now for
Man,
Loud
this
as
flank
well.
recently has been paying off every time.
Moves
No one
forward.
seems to care about this anymore.
Cryo finds
No
it
one
early
watches
on
it.
his own, through main now and applying that squeeze. It is all on Cryo's shoulders. What can he do? Finds one. Adjusting in.
Ah,
It is
he's too
time,
good.
but he lands
He's
it
too good, man.
nevertheless.
Cryo is just
4
different.
kills in a round for Cryo.
Just different, bro.
Salvages it from
And
the
he's
rook.
always cold, man, like
He's
a
ice
robot.
cold, man.
I love you, Cryo.
Red
You are
Bull clutch
insane,
for
bro.
Cryo. Clean as you like. Those shots
Nice
are
jersey, bro.
beautiful towards the end.
Only the classic is green, my friends.
Obliterates one of the last members of Loud. And then goes for a
Clean
reswing
first
onto the
blood,
final
Arsenal.
player, knowing that he's going to go and try to tap the spike.
One enemy remaining.
God, that shot's demonic.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
You
Beautiful.
need a guy like him.
Yeah.
Timotino.
Timotino.
they
He's got so much
look like
energy.
kids, bro. Like, bro. I
See how
like
much it
that.
means to them. I mean,
Time out.
everybody on
Time out.
jumping
For Loud, I
popping off
believe.
at the end of that
Or
round.
this is attack pause.
That's the one that
Oh my god, these red lights.
in their favor.
I'm traumatized.
Trying to get active though is Loud.
Yeah, bang one away from the Viper's
One that
pit.
we could buy, re-clearing for a bit of that
Two,
space as
guidance
the
for
seconds
Loud.
through now, hot and
The
heavy.
pistols.
See what he can do towards the back of the sides. If
Oh, look,
can
Shaw is so
hold
fast on
There
the
is
flank.
Help arriving, but with Pancada claimed,
Okay.
kill going away.
Look, Shaw made nice.
Now plant.
No?
Awareness here towards a
What?
flank. Luke Shaw just taking that timing again, as we were saying. He's fast enough to rip. Fast and loose being the play.
Man, Luke Shaw needs help in this team, bro. Low key. He has been trying so hard, man.
The 100 Thieves feel like they can't go for this plan, but bodies toppling into it towards the back. And
Bandit.
it's even
Man, this weapon is
no
disgusting.
Way, no way, Bandit. Chipping him down, Darker. Opportunity of a lifetime. It's 100 Thieves again. Left guessing. Get this plan down in a position
Good
like
trade,
this,
Cryo,
but
not a
they
break, eh?
hold it to
Damn.
composure. That got a little bit too messy for my liking, yet still does eventually go to wave 100 Thieves.
Man, Luke Shaw is one of the best players, the best talents